Hello there. I am committing to sharing with fellow professionals certain critical things you can put in place to ensure that you end the year on a strong note. Okay, I've met quite a number of people lately, and I can sense the apprehension and the feeling of, you know, uh, having wasted the last 10 months or so of the year. However, the remaining 2 months can still be put into a profitable use for you. Yes, you may not have the luxury of pursuing something great and grand anymore. However, you should be able to, in the confine of this available space, all right, put the things you want to achieve in milestones and then be able to pursue them. Okay, so what I want to share with you, the very first advice I have for you is that you need to clarify what your finish line will be within the limited time that you have available to you. As it stands, we can safely assume that you've not had a finish line in mind and you've not worked towards it from the beginning of the year, and that's why you're feeling the way you're feeling currently. However, you can still end the year with a note of victory, with a note of achievement, when you then break down whatever it is you think you want to achieve and then set a new finish line and work towards it. Okay, so the popular quote that comes to mind now is that of Stephen Covey, who says, "Begin with the end in mind." Begin with the end in mind. Research has shown that setting challenging but attainable goals can lead to about 90% better performance. As a professional, if you're not doing well, you know that your work and your career is at risk. So it means that when you clarify where you're going, you dramatically boost your chance of a strong finish. So it's important that in the remaining 2 months of the year 2025, you decide where and how you want to end it. You decide on what your win will be, what you'll be happy with achieving at the end of the year, and then you quickly work towards it. Okay, so because when you do not clarify your desired outcome, you'll be shifting from here to here, and then you'll be hoping that things will happen. However, when you pursue it, when you state it clearly, you will be the one making it happen, and this transforms vague wishes into specific targets. You will align your daily efforts then with your highest aspirations. So that means that everything you do on a daily basis will be towards achieving the target you have set aside. All right. So you then also realize that this will give you a sense of momentum that carries into every action. When you know exactly what your finishing line is, you will finish stronger. So what 3 key actions do you need to do starting from now? You need to write down 1 to 3 clear outcomes you want to achieve. If it is just one, it's okay. It may be on your career, it may be on your finance, it may be on your relationship, it may be on your health, whatever it is that will make you happy. Do not forget, we have just 2 months left for the end of the year, right? Okay, so write it down, and then you need to put clear outcomes, what you want to achieve on each of those, and then you need to break each outcome into weekly milestones for the remaining weeks of the year. So I'll suggest and advise maybe 1 or 2 things. One, personally, and because you're a professional, you're an entrepreneur, one concerning your business or your career, and then you break them down into, I have, let's say, 6 active weeks left. Okay, 6 active weeks left. What must I do week 1? What must I do week 2? What must I do? And you set it out like that, and then you begin to pursue it, and you realize that at the end of the day, you've achieved that which you have proposed to achieve. And if you have used this as a pilot, it helps you to better strategize and have a greater 2026. All right. So, and the third thing you must do every morning, you need to spend at least 2 minutes visualizing the finish line. Visualizing the finish line. It's important. You know, the Bible tells us that as a man thinks, so is he. So is he. It's important that as you're visualizing, as you're putting these plans, you also visualize it. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 5 and verse 15, it says, so don't just drift along here and there, distracted and confused. Be intentional. So as you have identified what you want to do, you have also, itemized the things you think you can do as a building block on a weekly basis to get to where you want to get to. Also, every morning, you need to visualize. You need to visualize and be thankful. Imagine how it feels. Imagine how you have gotten there. Imagine how on a daily basis you wake up and you do what you're supposed to do to get to where you want to get to. I look forward to congratulating you at the end of the year. You will finish with clarity and strength. Until the next video, go and start achieving.